Need of emotional intelligence. Need of emotional intelligence. You can write, in rapidly changing world, in rapidly changing world, in rapidly changing world, emotional intelligence, emotional intelligence becomes more important, becomes more important, becomes more important, and that could be explained in terms of, and that could be explained in terms of, that could be explained in term of, right? Point number 1, rapidly evolving, rapidly evolving social structure and values, rapidly evolving social structure and values. Point number 2, extreme inequality, extreme inequality in Indian society, extreme inequality in Indian society, in Indian society. In addition to this, regional disparity, in addition to this, regional disparity and digital divide. Next point, digital divide. Next point, lack of adequate, lack of adequate standard of living, lack of adequate standard of living. Along with this, increasing awareness in the society, increasing awareness in the society, increasing awareness in the society. Next point, with decentralization of decision making, with decentralization of decision making, a new class of politicians, a new class of politicians has emerged. New class of politicians has emerged, has emerged. And that dominate over civil servants, and that dominate over civil servants, that dominate over civil servants. In the paragraph, traditionally, traditionally administration and governance, traditionally administration and governance were about, were about exercise of authority, were about exercise of authority, power, and enforcement of law. exercise of authority, power, and enforcement of law. Enforcement of law. Traditionally, civil services were based on Max Weber's concept. Max Weber concept of bureaucracy. Max Weber's concept of bureaucracy. That is first point, neutral. That is neutral. Second, rational. Third, rule oriented. Fourth, discompassionate, etc. Actually, what we are writing in initial few points, we have written that in India, civil servants has to work in a unique atmosphere, and that is why they need to have what? Emotional intelligence. If you want to write more on this, why civil servants must have emotional intelligence, you can resort to previous explanation and notes, why they need to have empathy, why they need to have this, why foundational values. I hope we have written few points over there. Why we need foundational values, all those points could be written here as well, that why civil servants need to have emotional intelligence, the way India is moving, the way India's diversity is concerned, etc. Now we are changing our tone, and now we are explaining that earlier concept of bureaucracy was based on Max Weber's concept of bureaucracy. What he advocated? He advocated that it is political masters who are responsible to take the decisions. So don't use your brain too much. There are certain rules, implement the rules. That's it. Your duty is to implement the rules. Your duty is to translate the political promises into realities. That's it. There is no need to show extraordinary compassion toward people. You are on a service, you are on a duty, just do your duty, that's it. There is no need to get emotionally involved in the services. What is needed? You just follow your duties. There is no need to be compassionate. You should be neutral. You should be rational. You should be law oriented. What law is saying, go and implement. Don't use your brain, ki yaar ye law theek nahi and all. So it was Max Weber's concept of bureaucracy. You should obey the rules, that's it. But now what we expect, the modern concept says that we don't want such kind of discompassionate civil servants or civil services or bureaucracy. We want that they should obey the law, but while doing their duties, they must have dutifulness. They must have commitment toward democracy. They must understand the considerations of people to whom they are serving. So modern concept says we don't want just rule oriented services. We don't want rule oriented services. We want that some inherent spirit should be there. Some inherent spirit should be there. I hope you're getting this. So you can write this. Change the paragraph. However, the concept of administration and governance is changing rapidly. Concept of administration and governance is changing rapidly. And the modern concept kya hai? Good governance. The modern concept, that is good governance. Modern concept, that is good governance. Expect that bureaucracy must have certain characteristics. Like point number one. Citizen friendliness. citizen friendliness. Point number 2, social justice. Citizen friendliness. Point number 2, social justice. Point number 3, compassion. Not discompassionate, compassion. Compassionate. Transparency. Transparency. Responsiveness. Responsiveness. etc. etc. Today, Chandrapragap, today there is a concern. Today there is a concern regarding good governance. Today there is concern regarding good governance and building trust with people. And building trust with people. And this demand, both internal and this demand changes in both. This demand changes in both internal and external aspects of administration. Internal and external aspects of administration. Are you getting this? Full stop, change the paragraph. The main objective of administration today, THE, the main objective of administration today is not merely law enforcement. It's not merely law enforcement. Not merely, MERELY, not merely law enforcement. So, कानून को implement करने के लिए आप नहीं हैं. Rather, objective is to solve problems of people. Rather, objective is to solve problem of people, which demands behavioral skills, social skills, which demand behavioral skills, social skills. That is nothing but emotional intelligence. That is known as what? Emotional intelligence. Intelligence. Are you getting this? Give a small heading. Max Weber concept of administration and emotional intelligence based administration. Max Weber's concept of administration and emotional intelligence based administration. क्या अंतर होगा दोनों में? I explained you, I dictated couple of things. What Max Weber demanded, there is no need to get emotionally intruded in that. There is no need to get inundated in emotions. Just follow the rules, implement the rules, and that's it. But obviously that not going to work, particularly in society like India, where people are lacking the papers, they're lacking the documents, and rules and laws, all these things are based on papers, representations. Yes or no? One problem Government of India identified, that people having low access to banking services because they can't fulfill the KYC norms. Many documentations are required. People are not resorting to banks to fulfill their monetary and financial needs. Instead of banks, they are relying on moneylenders, sahukar, and goldsmith in the rural areas and the towns and tehsils. Because these informal lenders do not need any documentation, but if you go to bank, then bank demand lot of documentation. Are you ever getting this? Documentation remained a problem in India. People are not that modern. People, in fact, there is a hesitancy in the people. They don't want to change as well. We have this attribute in ourselves, in our society. We don't want to change. What we call it, a particular term for this, inability to change, or what we call it, resistance to change. People don't want to get change. When we come to administration, it is based on rules, laws. Rules and laws are based on strict documentation. Now people are not capable enough to generate all these documentation and all. So Max Weber's concept of bureaucracy is good only in those societies where people are that much educated and aware. Now our bureaucracy, our civil services could not be that much rule oriented. If that is going to happen, then the ultimate goal of social justice will never be realized. I hope you're getting this. We considered that example earlier as well, that during COVID, certain women were protesting in front of DM office and they were saying we are not able to get the ration. And when district magistrate tried to find out the reason, he got to know that these women are lacking the documents, adequate papers are not there, and hence they are not entitled to get the ration. Max Weber's concept of bureaucracy, what they suggest, what they advocate, ये तेरा घर नहीं है, don't get emotionally fooled, just follow the rules. If you have this piece of document, then only these services could be given to you, otherwise I can't help you, just go home and cry over there. What he did, he asked his officers to provide them grains, to provide them ration. They don't have document, even after that provide them ration. And by evening, it is your duty to help them to prepare their documents. So he asked his officer, he called the officers and he asked कि इन सबको हाल फिलहाल राशन दे दो, और अगर शाम तक इनके दस्तावेज तैयार नहीं होते हैं तो फिर आप अपने दस्तावेज के साथ मेरे ऑफिस में मिलिएगा कि इनके दस्तावेज तैयार क्यों नहीं है. So he asked his officer, it is your duty to ensure that that every document must be prepared for these people. And if you fail to do that, then please come in my office with an explanation कि why you were not able to do that. तो रूल से हट के काम कर लिया. I hope you are getting this. It demands what? Empathy. It demands what? Compassion. It demands what? Emotional intelligence. So that is the modern concept of administration that we call good governance. Citizen-centric, citizen-friendly. Why you are providing ration? So that people could have dignified food. Now they are not having document, तो मर जाए क्या? Ultimate concept क्या है? Ultimate objective is to ensure documentation or to ensure dignified food. Dignified food. So first provide them dignified food. Documents तो बना ही लेंगे. I hope you're getting this. And we all know that in this country there are many people who are doing fraud things, not working as per the rules and regulations, and administration proved to be quite weak while dealing with those people. But administrations become super active when they have to deal with poor peoples, marginalized peoples. Are you getting this? Many type of videos are circulated in social media where Collector Mahoday is raiding certain shops and dairies and local shops and all, and people are complaining कि तू मेरे पास आ, मैं तेरे को लिस्ट देता हूँ किधर रेट डालनी चाहिए, उधर जाना यार. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि लोकल जो छोटे मोटे दुकान वाले हैं they are doing wrong things, so that is right, that is good, but it has happened and now it has become a norm. Many newly recruited civil servants are on duty with a camera. Reel का जमाना है. Everyone is what? Making a reel. Yes or no? So what all these things indicates? Ki why you are picturizing these things? If you are doing any good service, providing adequate services to the people, there is no need to picturize it because you are there to do this. Are you getting this? But still people are doing this. Reason being low emotional intelligence. I hope you're getting this. भाई ड्यूटीफुलनेस के साथ अपने काम को कर रहे हैं, that is fine. कुछ समझ में आया क्या what I am trying to tell you? You can write. Max Weber was against. Max Weber was against the emotions and feelings. Was against the emotions and feelings in bureaucracy. Was against the emotions and feelings in bureaucracy. His concept of bureaucracy was based on idea of dehumanization. His idea of bureaucracy was based on idea of dehumanization and discompassionate bureaucracy. Discompassionate bureaucracy. Discompassionate bureaucracy. That means bureaucracy. That means a bureaucracy should remain neutral. Should remain neutral and should not have application of its own mind. Should not have application of its what? Own? Application of own mind. then only bureaucracy could be objective. Then only bureaucracy could be objective and would be able to take and would be able to take rational decisions. Able to take rational decisions. Are you ever getting this? Full stop, change the paragraph. Max Weber's concept of administration. Max Weber's concept of administration rejected the scope for discretionary powers. Rejected the scope for discretionary powers. And it was to eliminate the scope of misuse of such powers. Eliminate the misuse of such powers. Are you ever getting this? Yes or no? Full stop, change the paragraph. With the advancement in the field of emotional intelligence, with the advancement in the field of emotional intelligence, the scenario has changed. Scenario has changed. And the modern concept came into being, like good governance, ethical governance. That is good governance, ethical governance, and governance on the principle of emotional intelligence. Governance on the basis of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Full stop. This new concept This new concept is based on certain considerations. This new concept is based on certain considerations. For instance, point number 1. Point number 1. Emotions are essential for initiatives and innovations. Emotions are essential for initiatives and innovations. मैक्स वेवर का ब्यूरोक्रेसी सजेस्ट करता है क्या? नो, वो कहता है इमोशंस आर इररेलेवेंट, कोई जरूरत नहीं है. बट मॉडर्न कंसेप्ट सेज emotions are needed for what? Innovations. Point number 2. With emotions, without emotions, not with emotion, without emotions, people can't have. Without emotions, people can't have dedication, commitment, and loyalty. Without emotions, people can't have dedication, commitment, and loyalty. Next consideration. If people act only as per law, if people act only as per law, then constitutional objectives can never be realized. इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि लॉ से एक्ट ना करें, लॉ को तो इंप्लीमेंट करें बट साथ ही साथ कुछ इमोशंस भी हो. देन अल्टीमेट गोल ऑफ सोशल, क्या बोला था मैंने? द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स कांट बी रियलाइज्ड. Next point. It will be wrong to presume that people will necessarily misuse emotions. It will be wrong to presume that people will necessarily misuse the emotions. Misuse the emotions. Rather, they could use them to bring innovations in administration. They could use them to bring innovations in administration. Are you getting this? What is the debate? Initially, we have written why bureaucracy and civil servants need to have emotional intelligence. 5-6 points I have dictated, and many other points you can write by referring to your previous dictations. Are you agree with this? Secondly, what I explained? Secondly, I explained that now the concept of administration is changing. Earlier concept was based on Max Weber's bureaucracy, and that advocated discompassionate bureaucracy, just follow the rules and all. But with the advancement of emotional intelligence, it is suggested that bureaucracy must follow the rules. They must be law oriented, but apart from following the law, they must have certain commitment, dedication, and empathy with the people to whom they are serving. At that demand what? Emotional intelligence. Fine with this? So that was traditional bureaucracy, and now we have modern bureaucracy. Modern bureaucracy means what? Modern bureaucracy means what? Citizen-centric bureaucracy. Bureaucracy based on the ideas of good governance. Are you getting this? And this is something we call decolonization of Indian bureaucracy. I hope you're getting this. Are you understanding or not? What is decolonization of Indian bureaucracy? This is decolonization of Indian bureaucracy. Remove Max Weber's concept and make bureaucracy more citizen-centric, more emotional intelligence-based bureaucracy. I hope you're getting this. Our Prime Minister gave a call. Decolonization of Indian bureaucracy, decolonization of administration. It doesn't mean that they will throw away the pen shirt and suit and they will come in dhoti and khadao. No, it will not happen. Decolonization means what? During colonial era, that traditional bureaucracy was based on discompassion. Arre, there is no need to have emotion with the people. And as we have seen the British bureaucracy, silo mentality, living in their own aura, they maintain the distinction. You brown people, we are the white. There will be difference in between us. I hope you're getting this. With independence, the British bureaucracy became Indian bureaucracy. Earlier, bureaucrats were only foreigners. With time, Indians too got the opportunity to enter into the civil services. So when Britishers were ruling over the country, there were certain Indian civil servants who entered into the services. Azadi ke baad, this entire system became Indian civil services, Indian administrative services, Indian civil servants. But that aura remained the same, that mindset remained the same. People are not able to understand what is decolonization of Indian bureaucracy. They think office जाने के पहले गणपति जी की उधर पूजा करना है. No, that is not decolonization of Indian bureaucracy. That is not decolonization of Indian bureaucracy. You may get confused. What is decolonization and what is Indianization of bureaucracy? Both are the same term. Both are the decolonization of Indian bureaucracy. अरे decolonize करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएंगे? अफ्रीकनाइज तो हो नहीं जाएंगे, यूरोपियनाइज तो हो नहीं जाएंगे, तो क्या हो जाएंगे? इंडियनाइज्ड हो जाएंगे. Indianization of bureaucracy doesn't mean that bureaucrats will come with a dhoti and a khadao और साइकिल पे डुगमुग करते हुए आएगा. No. Indianization of civil servants means that silo mentality, the Max Weber's idea of bureaucracy must be eliminated. Citizen centric, good governance, people participation, respect to the people. Are you getting this? And all these things demand what? Emotional intelligence. Are you getting this? Paki baat hai. In the chapter of emotional intelligence, we are discussing all these things. But there is another topic, values in administration. I can't say, but this could be used in many of the questions which are asked in the context of values in administration, modern administration. Now you should have habit to integrate the topics. You are writing on good governance, you must be capable enough to include the idea of emotional intelligence while writing answer to the good governance. Modern administration क्या है, values in administration क्या है, and then you can inculcate this concept कि यार emotional intelligence होगा, then we can have the good governance. Are you getting this? Comfortable with this? Give a new heading. Emotional, ना not new heading, ठीक है दे दो. Characteristics of emotionally intelligent administrator. Emotionally intelligent administrator. And now you can write in that, if a civil servant have higher degree of emotional intelligence, if a civil servant have higher degree of emotional intelligence, then it could help him too. Then it could help him too. Point number one. Create amicable work environment. Amicable means friendly. Create friendly work environment. Amicable work environment. Second point, improving the behavior and performance of juniors or subordinates, you can write. Improving the behavior and performance of subordinates. Third point, improving overall performance of organization. I hope you're getting this. Change the paragraph. When a civil servant have right emotional intelligence, when a civil servant have a right degree of emotional intelligence, then that individual would possess following attributes. Then that individual would possess following attributes. Now write point number 1. अगर आपके पास हायर डिग्री ऑफ इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस है तो आपके क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होंगे, क्या एट्रीब्यूट्स होंगे? पॉइंट नंबर 1 क्या होगा? कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स को ठीक से हैंडल कर सकेगा व्यक्ति. यू कैन राइट अ पॉइंट नंबर 1. कैन हैंडल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स एफिशिएंटली. Can handle conflicts efficiently. Handle conflict efficiently. Next point. Could deal with uncertainties. Could deal with uncertainties. Next point. Can empathize with situations of others. Empathize with situations of others. Next, can enroll people into his or her vision. Enroll people in his vision. अपने विजन में पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को लगा ले. नेक्स्ट, मैनेज डिफिकल्ट पर्सन्स इन ऑल सिचुएशंस. मैनेज डिफिकल्ट पर्सन्स इन ऑल व्हाट? इन ऑल सिचुएशन. मैनेज डिफिकल्ट पर्सन इन ऑल सिचुएशन. एंड दिस आर्ट यू मस्ट लर्न, आर्ट ऑफ डीलिंग विथ पीपल. It will never happen that you will always be exposed to the people who have the same mindset as you carry. 150 crore people are living in this country and you are one amongst them. And obviously it will not be possible that every person you meet or exposed to, that person will carry the same mindset like you. And many time people says, मेरा उससे बनता नहीं है क्योंकि he is very different person. She is very different person. If this is your attribute, if this is your attitude regarding people, then you will live alone in this country, in this world. Everyone is different. You have to have the art of handling people. And that shows how much emotionally intelligent you are. How much emotionally intelligent you are. Because you must know how to enroll people for a particular work. How to listen them, how to convey your message to them, how to ensure that particular work get done. And if you are thinking, अरे मेरा उससे बनता नहीं, वो ऐसा है, तो किसी से नहीं बनेगा. Every human being is different. I hope you're getting this. Same mindset का कोई व्यक्ति मिलता है क्या कभी? हो ही नहीं सकता, कभी नहीं हो सकता. Not possible. So if you have higher degree of emotional intelligence, you will automatically have the art of dealing with people. And for this there is no need to join any personality development classes. They preaches how to handle people, how to talk to them, how to shake hand. अरे ये सब बकवास बातें हैं. Just learn basic essential things. If you are getting education, definitely you must be liberal. If after acquiring education you are not becoming more flexible, if you are not liberal, then you are not एजुकेटेड. तो आपने जो लिया है वो इंफॉर्मेशन होगा शायद, एजुकेशन तो नहीं होगा. आई हैव नेवर सीन एन इंटेलेक्चुअल पर्सन हु हैव एवर सेड कि मैं बताता हूँ कि क्या हुआ था. दे ऑलवेज से एज फार एज माई नॉलेज इज कंसर्न, जहाँ तक मुझे लगता है शायद ऐसा हुआ होगा या ऐसा होता है. सोसाइटी मूव्स इन दिस मैनर. दे आर नॉट एडमेंट, दे आर नॉट And there are people who have written multiple books, and even after having that much of knowledge, they behave like this. किसी whatever you are saying it's fine, but what I think कि शायद ऐसा हो सकता है. They are not adamant. Education will make you liberal. If you are rude, if you are adamant, it means you are not educated. In Hindi there is a कहावत. And what is a कहावत? जो वृक्ष फलों से लबालब भरा होता है वो उतना ही झुका हुआ होता है. जिसमें फल नहीं होते वो अकड़ के खड़ा रहता है. और ये तो यार कबीर ने भी समझाया है ना, बड़ा हुआ तो क्या हुआ जैसे पेड़ खजूर, पंथी को छाया नहीं फल लागे अति दूर. ये तो कबीर को पढ़ाते नहीं है अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम में. कबीर इज कन्फाइंड टू, कबीर का ही है ना ये, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, शायद कबीर का ही है अगर मैं गलत व्यक्ति का नाम ना ले दूं. कबीर इज सच अ ब्यूटीफुल पर्सन. हिज आइडियाज आर नॉट प्रीच्ड either in our educational curriculum, not in school, not in colleges. Just you have to read these people. Automatically you will get more and more emotional intelligence, because they directly attacks on your character. They preaches how you should behave. They preaches how should you talk, how you should consider other people. And that is nothing, we call it right socialization. Right socialization. That is the only thing. If we are getting this in our society, तो ये सब तो अपने आप ही आ जाएगा. अगर आपके देश में पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट का क्लासेस चल रहा है, दैट शोज कि हमारी शिक्षा ठीक से हो नहीं रही है. क्यों करना है पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट यार? आई हैव टू टॉक टू हर. अरे मेरे को इनसे कैसे बात करनी है? इफ आई एम जेन्युइन, शी इज जेन्युइन, वी विल कम्युनिकेट, विल पास आवर मैसेज. यस और नो? And now she is going to judge me on the basis that how I am greeting her. तो फिर तो गड़बड़ है, क्योंकि she is judging me on the basis of this that how I am greeting her. ये पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट वाले सिखाते हैं. तो ये चेक कर रही लड़की की मुझे ग्रीट कैसे करता है. She is not checking the values, ideas. She is checking किधर से क्या सीख कर आया. हेलो मैम, गुड मॉर्निंग. People are preaching this. कि व्हेन यू आर स्पीकिंग योर वोकल कॉर्ड ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, फलाना होना चाहिए. अरे फटे बांस की तरह भी क्यों ना तुम रेक रहे हो, आपके अंदर विचार ठीक होना चाहिए. दैट्स इट. Are you getting this? If we have this, we will have more emotional intelligence, higher degree of emotional intelligence. And these are the attributes you have written. Wide perspective, positive attitude, energetic, free from black and white thinking. These are the attributes of optimism, happy. And you have written certain ethical dimensions as well. On what principle ethics is based? That is the principle of emotional intelligence as well. Courage, confidence. These are the things. I hope you're getting this. Okay. I don't think और उसमें कुछ लिखना चाहिए. Moreover, we can write one more thing. How to inculcate emotional intelligence. How to inculcate emotional intelligence. And the best answer is, how to inculcate emotional intelligence? The best answer is what? Socialization, right education. But if this question appears in examination, you must be able to write at least 7 to 8 points, and hence you need a dictation for this. You will write unnecessary points. Definitely we have to write, but the only answer to this is what? Right socialization. But right socialization is a long-term approach. How to inculcate good emotional intelligence, right socialization. अरे अब तो हो गए socialize, अभी क्या करें? आने वाली जनरेशन को हम right socialization कर सकते हैं, अभी का क्या करें? And then we have right training, sensitive training and all. हाँ, he was saying sir meditation हो सकता है क्या? हाँ, meditation भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है यार, जो आपके दिमाग को ठीक ठिकाने पे पहुंचा दे. That's it. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you, the proper answer to this question is that we need right socialization. Our family, our schooling, and our society. These are the 3 building blocks of human personality. If these 3 are doing their work in the right degree with right intention, then definitely human personality will be on the next level. But anyway, it could be written for the upcoming generation. But how to inculcate emotional intelligence in the generation which has already been socialized. For this, you have to manage few points. I'm requesting you that you go home and you should search for certain points. हो सकता है आपके पास कुछ दो चार अच्छे points मिल जाएं. These points, those points will help you to write the good answer. And 2-3 points I will dictate, like social training, reward, punishment. These things will remain the same. चलो फिर कल आगे का लिखते हैं. Thank you.